What's going on, guys? It is your boy Pro. Welcome back to the Heart Challenge. It is day 43, guys. The last day is little away. It's literally tomorrow. Last day challenge is tomorrow, but hey, this morning, I am off today, so I went for a walk. Usually, I go for a walk at like 7 a.m. or like 7:10. Went for the walk, you know what I'm saying? Something light for me. And if you want to skip to the workout for today, Alex Perry, you can. It is leg day. You can head over there. Today today's gonna be pretty eventful. I'm not gonna lie. Gonna pick up my friend homeboy, my boy. I'm gonna pick up my boy Hamza around like 12 o'clock. Then we're actually going to Markham. Your boy scheduled a haircut. I don't really want to touch the top or like the back. I kind of just want the barber to like trim the sides. Oh my god, horrendous hairline. God damn. But to like just trim the sides and like give me like a low fade here. Maybe trim the back because it's kind of getting kind of long. But the goal is to like have like a like a longer mullet like that goes down to like here. You know what I'm saying? But well, that's for another time. But onto the reading section of the day. You know, always gotta do question of the day. Just close that there. All right, question of the day. How can you make your life more meaningful starting today? I would say not being afraid to talk to people. I feel like I'm pretty good at talking to people, but it's like just the initial part of introducing myself just gets me so scared. I feel like if I'm talking to someone, I can definitely like make a convo and like you know what I'm saying, like start something, but the initial like hi, my name is Per, like I'm folding immediately. But you know, like obviously, like you know, life is all about, well, not all about, but life is, you know, connections, talking to people. You know what I'm saying, communicating and all that good stuff. But hey, on to the reading section of the day. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Shall I? Not y'all. Y'all just sit back, relax, close your eyes, and listen to my voice. All right, sorry. The second sense of objectification is adjacent to and derives from the excuse me, from the commodification of selfhood. It implies not only that we evaluate others and ourselves in terms of bodily and visual appearance, but we also treat our body as a commodity situated in a market of similar and competing commodities. The body becomes an object of measurement, ranking, and consumeration. Finally, some feminist critiques have been mostly worried about the fact that internalization of an objectification male gaze separates the body from holistic notions of personhood. So far, ref from yesterday, they're talking about like objectification, how men is like controlling like the market when it comes to women, blah blah blah, etc. etc. These views omit what I take to be an even more important aspect of self objectification. It creates a form of uncertainty that one's value and thus creates diminished experience of self. This is because for most women, the production of their sexual value remains actually unrealized. In matrix sociology, the value of a commodity is fully produced when it is realized in a concrete social interaction, for example, purchase or barter. But the value women produce is often prevented from being fully realized in the sexual or economic market, as when, for example, women are deemed too old to be hired for a specific position or sought after a relationship. For women, sexual evaluation often functions as a useless produced capital, as a value that generates uncertainty or weak turns. This is in contrast to men's attractiveness, which has a much longer shelf life and concedes with their social value, thus creating more stable forms of selfhood, where the sexual and the social coincide. Moreover, ontologically, uncertainty arises because visual evaluation is typically unreliable. As research has shown, the opinion that is formed on the basis of visual attractiveness or visual cues can easily change when there is a prolonged attention to the object. People wearing sunglasses, for example, are deemed to be more, oh, that's me, sunglasses. Well, these are because in the sunlight they turn dark. So technically, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, People wearing glasses, for example, are deemed more intelligent than others who are not when they are looked at for 15 seconds. I'm smart like that. Not really. But when they are looked at for a longer time, the difference disappears. Contained in visual evaluation is the fact that it is intrinsic. I'm going to try to say that word. Unreliable. Ambrose muses about his failed marriage in this way. Interviewer, why do you think you got divorced? Ambrose, that's because I love beautiful women. Interviewer, you love beautiful women. I am not sure I understand. Do you mean that you had many affairs? Ambrose, no, not at all. I mean that I married my wife because she was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. I enjoyed so much going out with her, looking at her eyes of others when they saw me with this gorgeous woman. But we have no formula to turn that woman into a good character. She had shitty characters. So no matter what, oh my god. So no matter how much I loved her, figure and face, in the end I had to deal with a person. I think I am much less prone today to make the same mistake. I made to think that beauty and good personality go together. Still, I find it hard to resist beautiful women. So basically, he's just implying that beautiful face, beautiful body, personality, barf. Because male symbolic sexual capital consists in the capacity to exhibit the possession of a sexual attraction of women, a man's initial choice is quickly confronted to the other modes of evaluation about her character, which make his choice based on beauty ultimately unreliable. Moreover, visual evaluation is constructed as a binary and thus encourages a quick appraisal and dismissal of others. For example, in the New York Times bestseller The Love Affairs of Nathaniel P., the hero, shortly after having met the woman he will have a significant relationship with, during most of the novel, muses about her. If Hannah had been more obviously hot, he was pretty sure that he would have given her more thought about the other night, when she had been the only woman who was present at all a viable candidate for his interest. Hannah, the novel shows turns out to be supremely intelligent, generous, tactful, poised woman, but lacking obvious hotness. The conventional media induced the signals of sexiness. Nathaniel could easily dismiss her. This binary is instructive to visuality and has become encoded to the technology. We may even say that visual capitalism's sexual worth is also a highly visible affair, following a binary logic of hot or not hot, in which in turn implies the frequent experience of being rejected and the accusation of social skills of rejecting others, often based on minor details of self-presentation. In other words, scopic capitalism creates mechanisms to quickly dismiss and dispose of others. Dismissal and what am I, that word, are also at work in the fact that sexiness implicitly privileges consumer objects for the evaluation of others. For example, Brittany Rice, a 37-year-old divorced French woman who is a theater stager decorator, muses, since my divorce, I have dated a few men, but I find it surprisingly difficult. Not so much because of the men, but because of me. What do you mean? Details can throw me off. Like what? I was on a third date with a guy. I liked him on the first two dates, and he showed up with a silly, low-class, embarrassing shirt. Not a stylish working class shirt, but a shirt his grandfather probably bought in the 1940s in a thrift shop. Damn. I thought to myself, either he lacks basic taste or really doesn't care about me, or he belongs to a different world than mine. Like this guy doesn't know the world, and just like that, because of his shirt, I could not feel attracted to him. I mean, not exactly like that, but I feel it distracted me. I struggled to recover the feelings of attraction. It's embarrassing to say, but the trip was a big turnoff. Damn. Imagine going on a third date with a girl. You're like, oh my god, I scored, yes. And you wear a t-shirt, and the girl's like, you know what? Nah, I don't like that's. I mean, to each their own. Here, sexual attractiveness is induced by consumer items and is easily shaken by the wrong look or appearance, as sexual attraction now heavily depends on the alignment of real persons with media-induced icons, images, and commodities. Visual evaluation stitches together personhood and commodity and is the affirmation of consumer taste and an emotional liking in all one. Consumer objects thus are pointed generating dismissal. Another example, a strikingly attractive 48-year-old French woman, Claudian, recounts a relationship with her previous boyfriend. Claudian. One day he came home to visit me early on a Sunday morning. He was coming back from a trip. He rang at my door, and I had not yet brushed my teeth or put any clothes on. I was wearing my nightgown. I had no makeup. My hair was especially not arranged. He came in, and I saw the look on his face. He said, "What happened? Are you sick? Are you okay? You look so different from usual." Interviewer, how did you answer him? Claudia, I hugged him. I thought he would kiss me, but he didn't. It made me think about whether this guy would love me when I'm old and wrinkled. Damn, see, that's the thing with me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to, now that it comes to dating, bro, like I'm actually like dating for me, it's like for like a life thing now. You know what I'm saying? Like my perspective has changed. Like not it hasn't changed, but like it's like I'm more in tune with my feelings. It's like, okay, not only am I going to be evaluating this woman as a potential wife, a potential mother, but someone that I can be with for the rest of my life, and we both become like skin and bones, you know, like old as hell. You know what I'm saying? So that's also important, guys. I mean, if y'all don't want to marry, y'all just want to have fun and just hook up for the rest of your life, I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying. As both examples suggest, attractiveness to someone can easily be put into a question where when the visual setup, the spectacle that made it possible in the first place disappears. It consumes objects have become the implicit background of attractiveness. They become the also equated with personhood and create a seamlessly equivalence between objects and persons, thus suggesting the person are devaluated as objects. Type shit. Oh, my nose. Finally, the entire economy of visual attractiveness relies on the constant renewal of looks through the equation of attractiveness with fashion and youth. Because young women are at the top of the hierarchy of sexual capital, they command the highest position in the hierarchy of sexual capital. Wait, I just read that part. They command the highest position in the sexual field, especially with men in position of high economic capital. But contrary to the other forms of social assets, youth contains by definition a built-in a mechanism of obsolescence. In the fashion industry, a 23-year-old model is deemed old. This means that the field of sexuality is structured by obsolescence, a key component of the capitalist economy because it fuels the constant renewal and improvement of looks through consumer goods geared to maintain youth and attractiveness. Here is a striking example of the built-in obsolescence entitled by visual evaluation. Terry is a 34-year-old French woman. Terry? Okay. A French woman, a high school dropout who drives taxi and has no children. Do you have a boyfriend? Terry, do you see my hair? What color is it? Interview, it is red. Yes, it is red. Not because I dyed it red. Do you know why I dyed it? No. Because my hair turned gray overnight when my boyfriend left me. He took my money, he left me like that overnight. It was a year and a half ago and I'm still not over it. I can't stand it. I cry all the time. I can't stand it. Why can't you stand? I feel like I should have done certain things that I did not do. Like what? What is it you should have done? What would you mind telling? I think I do not pamper my body enough. I did not pamper my body enough for him. I didn't do my nails like other women. I wear sneakers, I wear jeans, I work. I like work, and I think he thought I'd behave like a boy. And I was not feminine enough. That I should wear dresses, that I should put on makeup, go to a hairdresser. You know what I mean, right? I know what you mean, but I'm pretty sure many men find you very pretty all the time. You say this just to be nice. I don't think I am pretty, even though I loved him like mad and gave him all my money, and now they came to take my furniture because I got into debts because of him. But I still feel like it's my fault. I'm sorry you feel this way. Why do you feel like it's your fault? Because it was easy to fix. Maybe it was easy for me to give him what he wanted. It was easy to be kind of a woman. Okay, that's just okay, bro. So basically, this girl, because she is low key a tomboy, and gave bro. Oh my god, that shit pissed me off. He's 34. Oh my god. So my advice for her and for anyone watching this video that you're in a similar thing, first of all, move on. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just gonna be the hammer of truth, but move on. Okay, yeah, like you're in debt right now because you gave money, blah blah blah. Move on, or at least try. Do small steps, one at a time. Second thing, bro, if someone truly likes you, they're not gonna like off rip. You should have been known that like you like okay. I mean, there's some aspects to it, but if you as a woman don't like putting on makeup, not don't like, but like, you don't put on makeup as often, or like what I'm saying, you're not really feminine that much, bro. That's you as a character, right? Like that's you, that's you, right? If you date someone and they want you to be more feminine, but you yourself are not okay, or like you would rather, stick to yourself, what I'm saying, XYZ, bro, don't date that person. You shouldn't be changing. Okay, yeah, you can change for a person, and as changing, I mean like changing in a good way, for example. And like changing as in like your partner suggests it and you agree and you change. For example, telling your boyfriend, girlfriend, hey, let's start going to the gym. You're changing for the better and y'all both agree. But if it's something like, I don't fucking like it every time you chew and like, okay, not chew. That's a bad example. I don't like it every time that you go out and do your nails. I don't like it that you dress like a boy. If you like dressing you like a boy and you don't like doing your nails as often, bro, don't stay with that person, bro. Like that's you as a person. Now, in the future, if you want to change, what I'm saying, go X, Y, Z. But my belief is that if you're really with someone, like they wouldn't want you to like change like how you are fundamentally as a person. That's just my take. Back to reading. Um, the woman's self accusation for not having turned herself into a more standard feminine icon of attractiveness, all while her boyfriend took her money. Yeah, bro, that part, money part. But don't ever give your partner money if you're not like really like about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro, it's your money. Is a testimony to the internalization of a male gaze that evaluated her negatively. Using aesthetic benchmarking, iconic evaluation as Terry also suggests remain a present future of romantic relationships, where partners continue to be judged for their sexual appearance. A 37-year-old Australian woman married for 38 years similarly recounts, he criticizes me for not being careful enough about with my weight. We often have fights about it, but the bottom line is that I have been dieting all my life. George really does not even George really does not even like George does not like even slightly overweight women. So I've had to watch my body my entire life, but I like it. In the end, even though I did it for him and we fought about it, I enjoyed it. It kept me attractive. I mean, like, in a way, right? I feel like when it comes to like weight, it's like, you do you, but it's like if it gets to like an unhealthy amount, not only am I gonna say about it, but how can you, the person gain weight, not saying that? Because let's be honest, being being a certain level of fat, okay, that's good and healthy for you. But when you're overly fat, like that, you're just calling for health issues. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if anything, not only is your husband doing it for an attractiveness thing, but also for your health. However, you guys are arguing about it. I don't know about that one. Y'all shouldn't be arguing about weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he saying? Oh my god, you're fucking 152, not 150. Like, bro, chill out. Uh, even married women feel the looming dread and threat of devaluation because sexual benchmarking is an ongoing attribute of heterosexual relationships. Abundant relationship has also shown the following paradox. The more preoccupied with their sexual attraction is a woman, the likely she is able to be satisfied with her body and herself in general. Sexual benchmarking is exercised towards others and oneself because of the comparative self-evaluation vis-a-vis standard of the beauty. This is a term suggests that in sexual markets, value and valuation are different to create or maintain or both for both women. It is also it is this difficulty to create that creates an uncertainty vis-a-vis one's self concept. As a commentator put it, woman hatred of their body is such an everyday phenomenon that we pay no heed to just how much deeply it cuts into our self-sense. Okay, so that was the last page. I know I did yap a lot about my own opinions, but that, like, I don't know, that's just me. I think, like, The sorry, Table. I think the biggest thing when it comes to relationships is working on yourself, obviously. But yeah, I mean, like for me personally, from my personal experience, you know what I'm saying? I think I know me. No, I think from my personal experience, I really gotta up my um up my communicativeness because I don't really be talking. I kind of just sit there like yes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the reading session. Let's go on to the workout for leg day. Okay, leg day. Starting off with some squats, making sure that the depth is there. You know what I'm saying? Some light teabagging and shit. And then we superset this with some glute bridges. Yes, there's a garbage bag in the room. It's full of towels. It's not actually garbage. Chill out, chill out, chill out. And then on to the next workout. Boom! Doing some calf raises. Ooh, I got some monstrosities ass calves. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. But I was low-key struggling though. But anyways, and then onto the left. And after that, we superset this with the tibulalis raises. Guys, I always say it, but if you got knee pain, I have knee pain. Do this workout. It's pretty good. It helps the, I don't know what it's called, but it helps. And then ending off the workout with some hip over the bottle extensions. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the exact wording for it, but you know, type shit. And that's the workout for today. And then for the picture, let me just say, boom! Your boy's looking kind of crispy. I feel like I may have lost some fat, but I feel like my face is. I still feel like my face carries some like more fat, so I gotta lose some more weight or fat, whatever you call it. But anyways, onto the breakfast. We literally had the exact same thing as usual: a breakfast smoothie, 1 scoop of oatmeal, protein powder, creatine, no peanut butter, coffee beans, black coffee beans, water, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Blend that whole up, and there you go. That's it. I am going out today for the most part, so you will be seeing pictures of me eating out. I'm going to do my best to make sure that they're like low calorie, high in protein. So yeah, onto the lunch. Okay, we got a lot of meals here, but hey, on the very far right, we do got the pizza that I got. It's a veggie pizza, so not too shabby dabby. Then on the very far left, we got a bulgogi beef onigiri, also fire as hell. And then for my dinner, it was on sale. Like this was like under like $6. It was like some like sausage and pieces of some chicken. So overall, maximized the protein while I was out, so not too shabby. And overall felt pretty good. But hey, that's the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. That is day 43 complete. Tomorrow is the last day, day 44, and then I'm going to Japan on Friday. Oh my god. Hey, thank you guys for watching the video. I know it's been a journey, but hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Peace.